show you guys exactly how to set up and install this tent today, step by step here. First things first, the zipper just goes right down the middle. I think one thing I like about this is it has a good zipper on it. You can kind of tell when there's like a cheap zipper that gets stuck. That one just runs really smooth, which is cool. And then it comes all just folded up. So we will just kick it out. And here are the stakes and the rods that kind of make the skeleton of the tent up. The best way to do that is these will just automatically kind of start snapping into place as you fold them out. So I'll lay them flat, and we want to do the same with the tent. We want to just get it laid out all the way flat so that we can see these two darker gray spots. These darker gray edges are what hold the skeletal frames, and so that's what's going to hold the tent up. Now that this is laid flat, doesn't look perfect, but we're going for progress, not perfection. We have this all the way out. So we're gonna pull this all the way through, so that way it's just straight and flat, and we'll do that with the other set of poles also. It's really important that you don't want these to cross. These are not gonna cross over at the top. They're both gonna be on their own side, front and back of the tent, or side to side, as you'll see at the end of this. Okay, so now we have both poles all the way through, and they're just laying flat. It's mostly the top side of the front, but where that dark gray seam starts to catch the front of the tent, that's where the base of it is gonna hold the floor here. And then the top is gonna be pulled up just like this. Next, this is gonna be the tricky part, because we wanna find each of these four corners and then just stab the stake through the hole on this corner here. And then same thing on this side, we wanna find the front. Here it is. And this is how much we have to bend. So this is where it's gonna get tricky. Don't be afraid of them like snapping. Obviously, I am bending this thing like in a semicircle and it's not broken yet. So these things have a lot of flex to them. That's one of the reasons why I like this product, is it's a little bit higher quality on the tent poles. That's something you don't see at a lot of those department stores. At step 3 at this point, you want it to look like this. We're gonna cross the inserts so that way they are holding up the roof of this thing, so there's a big flat around the tarp. After this, before I tie the knot, I'm actually gonna take each of these little hooks around the framing of the pole and attach them to the pole, so that way they're sticking to the soft side of the tent. And so far so good. This is what it's gonna look like standing up. Now we wanna do the step where we tie the knots around the footings of the tent. Yeah. So this is the side angle, and where these cross, you're gonna see these two little like ribbons. This is what we wanna tie around the knot here. Okay, so the last step is in this bag. You've got this rope and then these stakes that you want to tie down inside the extra hole in these footings. So in here, you're just going to put the stake facing outwards away from the tent, and they're going to be knotted at a little bit of an angle. And then take a mallet or a rock or just the base of your palm and beat it into the grass there. You're going to want a soft spot in the dirt or the grass, so that way these will actually stick. And face them towards the tent, so that way they have some give against the wind if it is kind of windy or there's some weather or something. You take this string and you'll actually tie it across the stake that you just put in the second hole in the ground, and you're going to stretch it out a little ways if you're expecting some wind and weather. That you can use another stake or a anchor point that you can actually tie it to, so it won't rip and fly off. And now this is the finished product. So I'm just gonna undo this zipper, and you can see the inside from the front. And look at all that space that you get in here. You also get these windows off to the side, and then a back side that you can enter from as well, or leave that zipped up, so that way you have some enclosed space with one face out. That's how to install this tent.